Hi, first grade. Welcome to another awesome week of online learning. Just a reminder, our optional morning meeting is every day at 10 o'clock. The link is below in the resources section. So right here. You can choose to complete these activities at any point throughout this week. I hope that will help alleviate a little bit of stress and make your life feel a little bit more flexible. But please plan to complete them by Thursday evening with Friday as a catch-up day. So for the first activity, we're actually going to be doing what we had planned for last Friday. You are going to be reflecting on what you learned about bridges by answering these 3 questions. And I think it would just be easier if you answered them in the It's Learning chat box. So you can just type your answers to these 3 questions in the messages section to me so I can see your awesome thinking. All right, the second activity is to visit the PBS website to read about skyscrapers because this week is all about skyscrapers. So you will click on this link. Does it look familiar? It should look familiar. But this time, instead of doing bridges, we are doing skyscrapers. So you're going to read about skyscrapers. You can click on some of these other links to do a little bit more. And then when you think you're ready, you'll do the skyscraper challenge. And so this is when you'll be investigating 3 buildings in 3 major cities. And it's going to be asking you about what different materials you should be using, thinking about what compression is, and you can click on any of the bold underlined words to get a description or a definition of the words. So I'm excited to hear about what you guys do for that activity. All of these different activities we will discuss at our next morning meeting, so you guys can tell me all about what you did if you had gotten to that particular activity and were able to complete it at that point. So the next activity, number 3, is to watch the Skyscrapers Brain Pop and take the quiz. So you can just go in through class link. You'll go into District Brain Pop. Did you guys see how I did that? And then you'll type in skyscrapers. So you'll watch the video, and then when you're done, you'll take the quiz right here. And you can just choose to do the review quiz. All right? So you'll answer these different questions. I would love for you to let me know how you do on the quiz when you're all done. So you can just type me a little message up here and say, oh, I got 7 out of 10. And I'll say, that's okay. All right, for number 4, you're going to read the epic book titled Amazing Structures, Skyscrapers. The directions for accessing EPIC is right here. I sent an email last week that granted access after hours. Otherwise, you can get to it between 8 and 4 every weekday. So if you click on here, it'll give you directions. But I shared the book with you, so it should be in your profile once you get logged into EPIC. For the 5th activity, you're going to take everything that you learned about skyscrapers and you're going to build your own skyscraper out of anything that you can find at your house. So it might be paper, might be boxes, index cards, maybe you have a bunch of blocks, anything you want. But it's a little bit of a different strategy than when you were building a bridge because you're trying to make it as tall as possible. You can look at the Skyscraper Building Box Challenge on page 22 of this EPIC book. It gives you one way that you could potentially build your skyscraper, but there are lots of different ways to do it. After you build it, I want you to measure it and then find something in your house that is taller than your skyscraper and something that is shorter. So we will talk about it at our next morning meeting, probably next week, or you can message me in the It's Learning chat to tell me all about it. Please send me a message if you have any questions about anything, or you can always come at our daily morning meeting to ask me any questions that you have. Have a great week.